Is it possible to live and retire in Greece on an income of $1,000 per month or less for a single person without resorting to begging or petty theft? Why or why not? Ah, Greece, land of rich history, wonderful food, and a tapestry of tales that date back to the Olympians. But what about modern tales? Specifically, that of a modest retiree with a dream of Aegean sunsets without the odious blight of financial woe. Let's unpack that. First, let's be real. We're not talking Athenian penthouse or Mykonos beach parties here. If you want to live in Greece on $1,000 a month, you're going to have to be crafty and content with a simpler lifestyle. Accommodation is likely your biggest cost, but if you're willing to live away from the hot spots, in a smaller town or a village, you can find modest apartments or even studios for a fraction of what they cost in popular tourist areas. You'll be trading convenience for cost, but in a country like Greece, the trade-off often includes charming locales and genuinely warm neighbors. When it comes to sustenance, your euro will stretch farther if you shop like a local. Sidestep the tourist traps and fancy eateries. Instead, visit local markets for fresh produce, explore mom-and-pop stores for groceries, and learn to make a mouth-watering moussaka at home. Eating out is cheaper than in many other Western European destinations, but it still adds up, so reserve dining for special occasions. Regarding utilities and living expenses, things like internet, water, and electricity are not sky-high, but you must manage them wisely. Foregoing lavish usage of AC in summer and finding cost-effective heating solutions for winter, such as wearing an extra layer or two, will help keep those bills in check. Healthcare in Greece is affordable, especially when compared to the US, but you'll want to have some form of insurance, whether it's through a national system or private, to avoid unforeseen expenses that could blow through your budget like a Sirocco. Staying mobile doesn't mean a BMW. It means a good pair of walking shoes and perhaps a little scooter or a used car, which is ample for the narrow roads of a small island or rural village. Public transport is also an option. While not as extensive as other European nations, it's sufficient for getting around on a shoestring. Then there's the Zivnostenska Zivot, side hustles. The digital world has made it possible to make a small income stretch further. Freelancing, remote consulting, or teaching English are all ways to supplement that $1,000 a month without breaking a sweat, or the law. Living in Portland, I've witnessed how people adapt. They repurpose, they recycle, and they get by admirably with mindfulness about spending. These are habits that can serve you well if you opt to embrace the Hellenic existence. So, to wrap this up, yes, it's definitely possible to live the retiree dream in Greece on $1,000 a month, as long as you're willing to adapt, go local, and potentially have a little extra hustle on the side. The less you need, the more you'll enjoy the genuine riches of Greece, which thankfully abound.